The topic is polynomials. These are examples of polynomials. I can say x plus 1 or x squared plus 5x minus 7, or even 3x raised to power 4 minus 7x cubed plus 2x squared minus x plus 1. We will say that this is a linear expression and it's a polynomial of degree. It's a linear expression and the highest power of x in it is 1. So that's a polynomial of degree 0. They usually use n to represent the degree of a polynomial. So this is a polynomial of degree 1 rather. The highest power of x in the expression is what gives the degree of the polynomial. Now this is a polynomial of degree 2 because the highest power of the variable of the unknown in it is 2. So it's a polynomial of degree 2, and here n is equal to 4. This is a polynomial of degree 4. Now it is easy to add or subtract polynomials. A quadratic expression is a polynomial of degree 2. A cubic expression is a polynomial of degree 3. And a linear expression is a polynomial of degree 1. And we can say a constant, if I just write 4, is a polynomial of degree 0. We can say that. Now it is easy to add and subtract fractions. It is easy to add and subtract polynomials. We just collect like terms and then do the addition and subtraction. But let's just take multiplication of polynomials. Multiplication. How do we multiply polynomials of polynomials? Multiplication of polynomials. We are going straight to multiplication because addition and subtraction is simple. Just collect like terms and then do the addition and subtraction. Now let's see that multiplication. Let's take a few examples. Multiplication of polynomials. Now let's take an example. Given that p1 of x, that means a polynomial which is a function of x, is equal to 2x squared plus 5x plus 6, and p2 of x is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Find, if we have that, find p1 p2. Find the product p1 p2. How do we do that? We can do it this way. We can just do p1 of x is equal to 2x squared plus 5x plus 6, and p2 is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. So we can multiply this way. p1 p2 will be equal to 2x squared plus 5x plus 6 times 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Both p1 and p2 are polynomials of degree 2. So what do we get when we do that? This simply means, let me do it this way. This simply means 2x squared. You pick each of the terms in the first polynomial and multiply by the whole of the second polynomial. So we pick 2x squared and multiply by the whole of p2, which is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. We pick the next term, which is plus 5x. If it's minus, you write minus. You write minus 5x, but it's plus. So that's plus 5x, and multiply that by the whole of p2, which is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. and pick the last term, which is plus 6, and multiply by the whole of P2, which is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. And now we can open the bracket. 2x squared times 3x squared will be 6x raised to the power 4. That's 6x raised to the power 4. And now 2x squared times minus 2x will be minus 4x raised to the power 3. And now 2x squared times 1 is 2x squared. And we go to the next, which is 5x times 3x squared. That's plus 15x raised to the power 3. And now 5x times minus 2x, that's minus 10x squared. The next one is 5x times 1, which is 5x. And here we have plus 6 times 3x squared, that's 18x squared. 6 times minus 2x, that's minus 12x. And the next one is 6 times 1, that's 6. So we can now add like terms. How many x raised to the power 4 terms do we have? We have just 1. So I'm going to write 6x raised to the power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 15x cubed is equal to 11x cubed. Now the next one is 2x squared minus 10x squared, that's minus 8x squared, plus 18x squared, that's 10x squared. And the next one will be 5x minus 12x, that's minus 7x plus 6. And that's a product very simply. We can also do it this way, or we can do it this way. What is P1? P1 is 2x squared. We can multiply this way. 2x squared plus 5x plus 6 plus 5x plus 6 times plus 5x plus 6 times P2 is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. And how do we do that? We just go this way. 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5x is 5x. That's plus 5x. 1 times 2x squared is 2x squared. That's plus 2x squared. And now we go to minus 2x times 6. That will be minus 12x. I'll write that under the x term. So I'm going to write that here, minus 12x. Now, minus 2x times 5x, that's minus 10x squared. I'll write that under the x squared term, under this one. That's minus 10x squared. And the next one is 3x squared. Okay, minus 2x times 5x, that's minus 10x squared. I'm doing 1 multiplied by 6, 5x, and 2x squared. And the next one will be minus 2x multiplied by 6, multiplied by 5x, and multiplied by 2x squared. So I've done minus 2x times 6. That gave me minus 12x. And I've also done minus 2x times 5x. That gave me minus 10x squared. Now I'm to do minus 2x times 2x, which is minus 4x raised to the power 3. And I'm just going to write that here, minus 4x raised to the power 3. Now the next one is 3x squared times 6. That's 18x squared. I'll write it under the x squared terms. And that will be plus 18x squared. That's 18x squared. The next one is 3x squared. 3x squared times 5x. That's minus 15x raised to the power 3. Let me move it a little to the right. Yeah, the next one is 3x squared times 5x. That's plus 15x cubed. And I'll write that under the x cubed term. That's plus 15. This is plus 18x squared plus 15x cubed. And what's next? The next one is 3x squared times 2x squared. That's 6x raised to power 6x raised to power. That's 6x raised to power 4. Yes, 3x squared times 2x squared. That's 6x raised to power 4. And that's plus 6x raised to power 4. And now we can add. The whole of that. 6, that's 6, plus 5x minus 12x, that's minus 7x. Now 2x squared minus 10x squared is minus 8x squared plus 18x squared. That's 10x. That's plus 10x squared. And now minus 4x cubed plus 15x cubed is 11x cubed plus 11x cubed. And the next one is just 6x raised to the power 4. So that 6x raised to the power 4, and the answer is 6x raised to the power 4 plus 11x cubed plus 10x squared minus 7x squared. And that's it, very, very simply. Now we go to division of polynomials. If you divide a polynomial of degree n by another polynomial of degree m, then the result is going to be a polynomial of degree n minus m. In other words, if you are dividing a polynomial of degree 4 by a polynomial of degree 3, the result is going to be a polynomial of degree 4 minus 3, which is 1. If you are dividing a polynomial of degree 5 by a polynomial of degree 3, the result will be a polynomial of degree 5 minus 3, which is 2. And you can only divide a polynomial of degree n by another polynomial of degree m if n is greater than or equal to m. So when their degrees are the same, division is possible, and when the degree of n is greater than that of m, division is also possible. Now let's take an example very quickly. Example: divide. Let's take an example. Divide 4x square, divide the polynomial 4x cubed rather plus 6x square minus 2x plus 7 by 2x minus 3, and hence find the quotient and the remainder. Find the quotient and the remainder. First of all, if I divide 12 by 5, the result will be 2, and the remainder will also be 2. So 12 is a dividend. They call that dividend. 12 is a dividend. 12 is called a dividend. 5 is called the divisor, and the result is a quotient, while whatever is left is a remainder. If the division is such that there is no remainder, just as in if you divide 12 by 3, the result is 4 and there is no remainder, that's the same as saying the remainder is 0. And in that case, 3 is a factor of 12. So let's go to the division, and we'll see what the quotient and the remainder are. We are dividing this is how to go. Is a long division method. We are dividing 4x cubed plus 6x square minus 2x plus 7 by 2x minus 3. Now this is how you go carefully. 4x cubed divided by 2x, that's 2x square. Now what you do is multiply the whole of this by that 2x square. So you multiply 2x by 2x square, and that will give, we have 4x cubed, and now we multiply minus 3 by 2x square. That gives us minus 6x square. The next thing is to subtract 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. 6x square minus 6x square. That will be 6x square plus 6x square, which is 12x square. The next thing is to bring down the term after that, which is minus 2x. And then we go again, 12x square. 12x square divided by 2x, that's 6x. And we multiply the whole of this again by that 6x. So 2x times 6x, that will be 12x square. And now minus 3 times 6x, that's minus 18x. We subtract again. 12x square minus 12x square is 0. Minus 2x minus 18x, that's going to be minus 2x plus 18x, which is 16x. And then we bring down the next term, which is 7. So plus 7. We go again, 16x divided by 2x, that's 8. And then we multiply the whole of this by that 8. 2x times 8 is 16x, and minus 3 times 8 is minus 24. And now we subtract 16x minus 16x is 0. 7 minus 24 is 7 plus 24, which is 31. And what does that simply mean? So that therefore means that the result here is a quotient and this is a remainder. What we have divided by is a divisor. So quotient, the quotient is 2x square plus 6x plus 8, while the remainder is 31. Let's take another example. Divide x cubed plus 8 by x squared minus 2x plus 4. That's another example. Divide x cubed plus 8 by x squared minus x squared minus 2x plus 4. Let's see that. What would the quotient and remainder be? We're dividing x cubed plus 8. Here we can see that in x cubed plus 8, there's no x squared term, there's no x term. So we make them zeros. You put, you do that if some terms are missing, so that you don't get confused when you're doing the division. So I'll write x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x and then plus 8. Any term that is not given, you just write it as 0. It makes a division easier. Now divided by x squared minus 2x plus 4. X cubed divided by x squared, that's x, and now we multiply the whole of this by that x. So we start by multiplying x squared by x, that gives me that's x cubed. The next one is minus 2x times x, that's minus 2x squared, and the next one is 4 times x, which is plus 4x. Now we subtract. What do we have when we subtract? X cubed minus x cubed is 0. 0x squared minus 2x squared, that's 0x squared plus 2x squared, which is 2x squared. 0x minus 4x, that's minus 4x. And now we bring down the next term, which is 8. And then we go again, 2x squared divided by x, that's 2. Sorry, 2x squared rather divided by x squared, that's 2. And then we multiply the whole of this by that 2. X squared times 2, that's 2x squared. The next one is minus 2x times 2, that's minus 4x. And the next one is 4 times 2, that's 8. And now we subtract. What do we have when we subtract? 2x squared minus 2x squared is 0. Minus 4x minus 4x, that's minus 4x plus 4x, that's also 0. 8 minus 8 is 0, and that will be, so we are left with 0. So since the remainder is 0, it simply means that x squared minus 2x plus 4 is a factor of x cubed plus 8. If you divide and the remainder is 0, it means the divisor is a factor of the quotient. Sorry, the divisor is a factor of the dividend. This is the divisor and this is the dividend. So quotient equals x plus 2 and remainder, and the remainder is 0. And we can therefore say that x squared minus 2x plus 4 is a factor of x cubed plus 8. And that's it, very, very simply. The factor of x cubed plus 8. That's it, very, very simply. Let me take, I think I can take just one more. Let's see that. Let me take just one more. Find the, okay, let's go. Let's take just one more example. Find the quotient and remainder when p of x. Find the quotient and remainder when p of x, or let me just say divide 6x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 5 by x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Let's go to the solution. Divide, what will be the quotient and remainder? The dividend is 6x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 5, and the divisor is, we're dividing it by x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Now 6x cubed divided by x cubed, that's 6. Now we multiply the whole of this by that 6, and that means x cubed times 6, that's 6x cubed, minus 3x times 6, that's minus 18x, 2 times 6, that's 12. Okay, I see that the arrangement here looks a bit, one term is missing, so I don't want to get confused. There's no x squared term here, so let me write it as 0x before I continue with my multiplication. So this minus 18x should be under the minus x, so this will be plus, let me write that as 0x squared. I've done x cubed times 6x cubed, minus 3x times 6 minus 18x. That's why I'm putting the 0x squared under 4x in the middle. And now 2 times 6, 12. Yes, you must make sure the arrangement is in the right order so that you don't get confused. Whatever is missing, make it 0. 6x cubed minus 6x cubed is 0. 4x squared minus x squared, that's 4x squared. Sorry, 4x squared minus 0x squared, that's 4x squared. Minus x minus 18x, that's minus x plus 18x, which is 17x. And now 5 minus 12 is minus 7. I hope that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So the next thing is 4x squared divided by x cubed. When we do that, 4x squared divided by x cubed, that's going to give us 4 over x. Of course, 4x squared is 4 times x, and x cubed is x times x times x. So x cancels x cancels x, and you're left with 4 over x. When you have a fraction, when you see that there's going to be a fraction, you can just stop the division there. So that simply means we are going to stop there. That simply means the quotient, we are stopping there because we don't want to have a fraction in the quotient. So that means the quotient is 6 and the remainder is 4x squared plus 17x plus 17x minus 7. And that's it, very, very simply. So let's see, this is going to be your homework. Make sure you do that homework. Or let me just write homework this way. Homework. Now what would that be? Find the quotient and remainder. Number 1, find the quotient. Find the quotient and remainder. Find the quotient and remainder when let's see that when f of x, which is equal to 4x cubed plus 3x squared. This is a cube. 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Minus 2x plus 1 is divided by a 2x plus 1, b 2x minus 3, c 4x minus 1, and d x plus 2. Now to number 2. What's number 2? Find, let's see that. Okay, let's take the next one. Given that P1 of x is equal to 5x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 6. P2 of x is equal to x cubed. P2 of x is equal to x cubed plus 4x squared minus 3x plus 1, and P3 of x equals 2x squared. No, that's 2x cubed. P3 of x equals 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus 3x plus 2. Find the product P1 P2, B P1 P3, C P2 minus P3, P2 minus P3 times P1, and D P2 into brackets P1 plus P3. and that's it. Let's see. Okay, let's take just one more. Given that that's number 3, given that p of x is equal to x cubed plus 4x minus, this is 4x, minus 3x plus 1. Find a p of 1, b p of minus 2, c p of 1 over 2, and d, that's a 2, and d p of 0. So that's the homework, very, very simply. You're not going to find it difficult. Make sure you do that, and I'm sure you are going to get it.